Welcome to the 262nd episode of News Dump, where we run through the hottest topics in the Lewis County news scene and discuss. I'm local man Aaron VanTuyl, joined by Chronicle executive editor Eric Schwartz, and we're joined in spirit by sponsors Summit Funding, Chehalis Outfitters, and The Roof Doctor. And for some reason, reading that number out loud just now really hit me, the weight of it.
The 262?
262 episodes of this bullshit. Are you kidding me?
We're doing the intern edition today.
Yeah, the notes were prepared by the Chronicle's news intern,
Tyrus.
Who,
The great Tyrus. We love Ty.
Yeah, he's okay.
I mean, I'm in this pool, but where do we put Ty in the echelon of best interns? Remember we had that one that had a wallaby that one year, brought it into the office?
Oh, yeah, the wallaby was cool.
Yeah, she was a good intern.
He's certainly the youngest intern, isn't he?
Yeah, 16, beaten out.
Nightcrawler was like 17 when he started hanging out.
Yeah, I think he was 17. Prior to that, I think I held the record at 18. And
congratulations.
Mind
Thank
you,
you for your
this
service.
is only a newsroom record because we were working children out in the streets for a long time delivering
that's
these
true.
bad boys.
This bad boy was built on the backs of,
Child labor.
Poverty wage children.
Yeah, child labor for sure.
So, yeah, Ty's doing a great job, and he enjoys the work.
And we'll see how these notes go. We'll see what attracted his attention.
I've glanced at them, but for the most part, we're just going to honor the notes and see how things, unfold. Also, it's been, a week and a half since our last day. We are really just on a run here.
We missed 1 week, but I don't know. We both had stuff going on last week.
Yeah,
so
I was out of town. You were busy with something, whatever.
I mean, as an update, I have secured a provider of Zens, and I'm no longer ready to march on the Capitol.
Congratulations.
I've formed a workaround, and we'll be sticking it to Bobby Ferguson by my tax-free Zens from an unnamed source.
Really? Does it rhyme with the...
No, I'm not going to even entertain any speculation here.
Reservation?
Send us an email and maybe I'll point you in the direction. But I don't want to deplete the source,
Yeah, I'm sure they're not going to stock enough. They don't study these things at all.
No, not at all.
Any other preambles we should get to before this? Congrats on your national championship, Indiana.
Oh, yeah, that was a lot of fun.
Big stuff. Anything going on in the world, global news we should discuss?
I checked, and there is nothing else happening outside of Lewis County and a little bit in Thurston County.
I Googled news, and nothing came up.
Nope.
Weird.
Yep, not a lot happening out there. Slow news day. Slow news week. Slow news year, I'd say.
Yeah, there's just everything normal, World reports.
Yeah.
Great, love to see it. All right, news items?
Let's do the news items.
What the hell? Let's see how the intern did here. First item, Centralia Police K-9 Hector aids in first arrest after tracking suspect in Napavine. The newest and second member of the Centralia Police Department's K-9 unit, Hector, and the dog's efforts led to the arrest of a California man who had fled a crash site following police pursuit. How do you feel about dogs?
I think Hector is a wonderful name, and it coincides with the recent news story on the actor that has played Hector at like 12 or 13 times.
Oh,
Did
and
you
all the
see
Fast
that?
and the Furious movies.
Oh, I mean, but aside from that, not even just that franchise, he's always just made into a Hector.
Yeah, that guy's great. If you see him, you're like, oh, it's Hector.
Yeah, it's Hector. We have a follow-up on this story, though. Man charged with 9 crimes after he was found in shipping container following pursuit in Lewis County. This is a Jacob Farmer joint, and he did a wonderful job with it. It's almost cinematic. He broke it up into sections. The charges, the chase, the search, and the evidence of mail theft. That was the big takeaway, is apparently the vehicle he was in had hundreds of stolen checks and pieces of mail.
Was it a mail truck? Mm-hmm. Was it a mailman they apprehended?
He removes the mask, and it's that lady that was stealing everyone's mail.
She's back.
Just even while she was out on bail. I hope she makes a return. She's on the Chronicle Suicide Squad of notable criminals.
Yeah, definitely.
You need someone that can steal the mail.
Nobody else knows how to steal mail. She's like, here's what you do. And she just walks over to a mailbox.
That was one of my favorite stories. Didn't they ask her to pull out her ID because she was in Walmart and her purse was just stuffed with stolen mail?
Just
her
whole
house
security
was
checks
full
are
of
falling
stolen
out.
mail.
Yeah,
oh,
they
gosh.
check. Yeah. I can't imagine a compulsive mail thief like that. I just can't stop stealing mail.
I just want to put the squad together in form one day. Kayak Man's got to be in there. You got to have an aquatic guy.
There.
And then the IT dude that was pouring his urine down the wall, a hole in the wall. You need an IT guy for your Suicide Squad.
Do we have any like disgraced law enforcement officers or elected
Oh,
officials?
Morningstar is on the Suicide Squad. Yeah, you got to have Morningstar on there. I don't know what you would like.
Just
pull
roll
these-
him out in the Hannibal Lecter cart.
Yeah.
It's like,
You just need to have them, and then PJ Reynolds would be your other cop that's on.
oh
there.
yeah, okay, yeah. All right.
Wearing the Silence of the Lambs mask.
Yes, of course.
just to bring it up.
All right, yeah, that's a pretty good bit. Okay, next item. Washington state lawmakers push competing bills to ban plastic bags and reduce the bag fee. Big plastic bag drama going down in Olympia. Senator Bateman, intern didn't specify first name or anything, introduced a bill that would increase the fee for paper bags from 8 cents to 20 cents, ban plastic bags in checkout, add penalties for bag manufacturers that violate the law, and exempt those who use food stamp programs from the fee. I can imagine what you're going to say about all this. Senator John Braun wants to cut the fee for plastic bags back to 8 cents, repeal a requirement for retailers to use thicker plastic bags, and allow film plastic bags to be used if they meet minimum recycled content standards. This is going to shock you. Kind of with Braun on this. I don't mind his changes here.
I'm for anything that reduces the tax burden right now.
What if
Anything.
anything?
Did you see the Vapists had their day in court over the tax increase, the same one that hit the Zins?
I did not see the Vapists.
By the way, you get shout out to Isabel Vanderstoop because she's the one that walked by us that one time and was like, "What's up, you Vapists?" Coined the term.
That was pretty good.
But yeah, it failed within moments of a period in court. We're just like, no, that tax. I just like imagine the vape circle outside, just the plume going up as they all absorb the court ruling.
Would the vape smoke have changed color based on the outcome of the ruling? Like a Pope situation?
That would have been a nice touch.
So whatever happened to paper bag? Can we just get paper grocery bags back?
I don't know. I like you wouldn't guess this of me, but I like the BYOB. Bring your own bag.
I have several. In his later years, my father got into making like bags like that, like reusable bags.
Okay.
Tote bags out of leftover like, sailboat repair equipment, canvas and things like that.
Everybody needs a hobby.
Yeah. And so I've got a couple of them. And you know what? They're great. I get compliments on them at the store. And if you mention it to him, he might make you a bag.
I think I'm good.
You can carry some newspapers around. Think how many zins you could pack in a bag.
It's good. I mean, everybody could also just go with the Costco model of just pile that shit into your cart and get it to your car.
Yeah, that's true.
Why don't more of them do that? That's what I don't get.
Yeah, just leave the boxes. If you want a box, take it. If not, go to hell. Who cares?
I mean, I speak from a position of authority on this because I don't know if you know about me, but I was youth manager of Winn-Dixie in Sanford, North Carolina at the age of 14 as the best bagger on staff.
That's pretty good. Congratulations.
I still have the badge.
And when was the last time you went to a grocery store with a list and had to buy groceries?
Never.
That's what I figured.
I actually haven't been grocery shopping. I went once with Heather when the Winco opened because I wanted to see what it was like. And it was amazing. I had a wonderful time. It was like going to Great Wolf Lodge. It was just a true local staycation.
And now Winco, they make you bag your own groceries there.
Yeah, I go back to Fuller's now. I'm a Fuller's Marketplace guy.
I like Fuller's too.
I can't pretend I'm anything else.
All right, next item. Centralia sushi chef, cook accused of assaulting coworker with chairs.
Hey, good on Ty for getting this in there.
The intern, he didn't put dates on any of this.
That's okay.
I guess he wants us to open up the link, but...
I know you don't do that.
A sushi chef and a cook at a local Centralia restaurant face felony charges after they allegedly beat a coworker with chairs before threatening him with a chef's knife.
That was a new one.
This is from Kobe Sushi Teriyaki, which actually makes pretty good sushi. I agree, they do.
I bet you this worked as good, like, advertising for them. I don't think it dissuaded anyone. Like, they read it and they're like, well, I'm not going to Kobe Sushi and Teriyaki now.
They're going to be like, maybe I get some great sushi and I get to see maybe a fight or a stabbing.
Yeah,
sign me up.
They got the name out there. The court docs actually said Pecking House, and I had to consult with you as my local sushi man.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm assuming they've corrected that in the court docs, but I feel like you have to have the location correct in order to charge someone with a crime.
Yeah, and to let people know where they could see this sick amount of crime going on.
Yeah, it got real violent.
Ty thinks the food is worth the violent chefs and says if they're still open, he'll definitely be back.
He's a fan, huh?
Oh, he loves that place.
I'll have to try it out. I miss Pecking House, though. Their Mongolian beef was wonderful.
I don't know the difference in the names between all the Asian restaurants in town.
Oh, that's
I know, like
sick brag, bro.
I know Shanghai, and like it ends there.
Ocean Sky.
It's around. I don't. Is that the one by Shayla by the pool, kind of?
Yeah, I think so.
Okay. The one up here off of Harrison that used to be like an Italian place.
Oh, Panda Inn?
30 years ago.
Panda Inn?
Yeah.
That's good.
All right.
Panda Express, too.
Okay.
House.
There's a bunch of Happy Teriyakis, I assume.
Yep.
Panda's the new one that came in, and everybody's like, oh, my God, Panda.
You know, it's pretty good. I can't really hate on it.
Whatever you say.
It's got really good veggies. You know, if I'm saying that, it's true.
Yeah, you have not intentionally eaten a vegetable in years.
No, I haven't. She brought that home, and I enjoyed it.
All right, and then next news item: Thurston County Sheriff's Office Detective Kevin Burton Crow announces bid for sheriff. There's a possible new sheriff in town. He said in a news release that he brings more than 25 years of leadership and hands-on experience, and that his campaign focuses on professional standards, responsible budgeting, and building trust and partnership with the community. Current Sheriff Derek Sanders has not publicly announced a bid for re-election, but he has commented on Burton Crow's candidacy. The intern asked, could this be the future pilot of the Sanders copter? And how will this affect the Facebook posts? He's asking the important questions. So what... I can't think of a worse incumbent to run against.
No, I have a great respect for anyone who decides to run, but my gut response, just as a consumer of the news, was sounds like a lot of wasted money.
Yeah, Sanders he has a pretty high approval rating, I feel.
Yeah, it's
quite popular.
Yeah, and it seems to cross political, which is good in my opinion for a sheriff position. He seems to have some conservative and some liberal backers.
Well, I don't know. He did get into that feud with Keith Swank up in Pierce County. It's still inconclusive as to how that turned out. Who won that one in the public size? Things seem to be going pretty well for completely normal, reasonable guy Keith Swank these days.
I was surprised that didn't make the notes. We did miss that. We should probably talk about it for a half second. I mean, Swank covered up that news cycle by,
that's what I mean.
Summoning a mob.
What did he went in front of a legislative committee and was like, fuck you?
Well, not in those words, but he basically just said he didn't respect their authority. And, he said that the people of Pierce County are prepared to...
What do you say, like thousands of people will support? Buddy, they will not.
I mean, rural Pierce County, he's an elected guy, so obviously has the support. Okay, we'll get away from that. That's old news now. But we did reach out to Sanders for this story on his opponent, and I chuckled at his quote. It was a very brief conversation. When asked for comment about Burton Crow's candidacy, Sanders declined to comment on his own election plans, but congratulated Burton Crow, and then he said, the stars are heavier than they look. Which is just perfect. He nailed it.
God damn it.
Yeah, he nailed it.
He's good.
Yeah, that's a good quote.
All right, and then the intern did not put these on there, but I did. 2 gross sex scandals. White Pass School District appoints an acting superintendent amid child sex abuse material scandal from their existing superintendent, and then a former Lewis County deputy coroner sentenced to 90 months to life for child sexual assault. Your thoughts?
Both horrible stories. The Daily News in Longview has kind of taken the lead on reporting this because he actually lives in Kelso.
Oh, the White Pass guy?
Yeah, the White Pass guy. I'll pull that story up here. Gregory Teal. Gregory, I've never seen it spelled that way. Grggery.
Greg with 3 Gs.
Yes, Greg with 3 Gs. Teal. He'd been under investigation since last April, I believe, is the most recent Daily News story. And then the other interesting / a bit horrifying is we published the Daily News story, which included specific emails that Teal, the former superintendent or suspended superintendent, was using to acquire this child sexual assault material, which you're not supposed to use child porn anymore. That's why the term is no good, because it makes the child sound like
so
a
that's why when
participant.
you go on Twitter and ask Grok for those things, you have to type in child sexual assault materials.
Right.
Yeah.
I don't think that's what you have to do. But no, he included the actual emails, and one of the names, according to a White Pass official who reached out to us, was the name of a student that he used in order to acquire this stuff. Like, think like framing or just maybe a name off the top of his head or whatever, but disturbing no matter what.
Yeah.
Without knowing exactly what the situation was, I went into our version of the story at least and pulled out all of those emails and made it more generic and vague. But yeah, bad guy, and he's gone for now, suspended. And they've appointed, like you mentioned, they've got a new interim out there.
There is a photo accompanying this, and the cut line says suspended superintendent. Mm-hmm. 2 S's.
Oh.
Start suspended. There's a typo there.
Comical
and then,
strikes again.
At White Pass High School in Randell.
You know what?
Randall spelled incorrectly. Cody
you know
Christian.
Whose cut line this is?
This is a Cody cut line, our boy.
Oh, man. I used that photo a few different times, and I had touched up the cut line each time, but it's embedded. So every time you use it, you got to go back in there and fix her up, and I failed in that regard. So that's on me. Okay.
So, any other news items, or do you want to get those at the end?
Let's just do a big old roundup. We'll run through the news at the end. There's one. Lewis County appears poised to repeal needle exchange restrictions. I thought this would be on your list.
Well,
but it did come out today, so that's probably why.
Repeal restrict. So okay.
There was a protest from rural Lewis County indivisibles who have been quite active lately.
Do they have something to complain about?
Well, yeah, they were upset about the Gathered Church lawsuit.
Uh-huh.
In this case, they are going to have another protest that's more nationally focused, I believe, on Saturday. You have to check on Chronline. But yeah, they're protesting, and then I didn't know that this was happening. Maybe Jacob Moore, the reporter, did. But once the meeting actually happened, there was actually action taken on that matter. And this is the lawsuit basically banning them from having a mobile syringe service and then putting a bunch of guardrails on it.
Right.
And so, anyways, according to, with one motion, let me find it here, taking the wind out of the sails of many in the hearing room who wish to give comment, the Lewis County Board of Commissioners entered a 17-minute executive session. After exiting, a deputy prosecutor brought 2 motions. One motion asked for the commissioners to approve settlement authority for the Gathered Church lawsuit. An additional motion by Scott Brummer called for the county staff to announce a notice of hearing for a new ordinance. So they're going to pass some sort of new ordinance and toss out the old one, is what you would assume from all of that. There's still not complete clarity. But that story's up.
Okay.
Go check that one out. It comes right after they got an injunction, a temporary win for Gathered Church where they can continue doing their mobile service until the lawsuit plays out. So some took that to mean that it's heading to a loss for the county.
You know what I dislike?
What? Chorus roofs?
Executive session.
Oh, you dislike executive session?
I think it's such a downer, and all these people show up for a meeting, and then the people they're there to hold accountable are like, whoa, well, hold on. You guys wait out here, and we're going to talk about it, and then we'll come back and tell you nothing and pass something. It's just flop it out,
you
cowards.
No, I agree with you. There's one thing I hate worse than executive sessions, though, is I'd say half of government officials that are involved in executive sessions mistakenly believe they're not allowed to talk about anything that happens in there once they come out.
Yeah.
That's the most frustrating thing I've approached with. I think it's like the cycle of new electeds, and they get told in there, you don't go talking about this. It's illegal. Mm-hmm. It's not. No. It's absolutely not.
Say whatever the hell you want.
And some of the best news we've had over the years is because someone in that executive session smelled something that stunk and came out and was just like, psst. This is what they're talking about back there. You should do something about it.
Yeah, the funniest thing to do would to be like, if you're an elected official, to play along and be like, okay, we're going into executive session, like a member of one of these boards, like a county commissioner or whatever, and then come out and immediately when they call the meeting back to order, just like take the gavel over to be like, here's what he said. He called you all fools, rubes, morons.
Just immediately start reading it. One time out on Alaska, I was at a meeting, and it was very tenuous, and then they called an executive session like mid-meeting, which I'm pretty sure they couldn't do. I left my recorder running on the table, and they didn't have a room, so everyone had to literally leave and go stand outside. And I just left my recorder running the whole time. I don't even know if I meant to, but I did. I left it there, and there was a big blow-up fight between like a clerk and the commissioners. But I didn't I was just like, I didn't want to be the guy writing like, reporter left his microphone in there. And so they announced what happened, and I never used any of that stuff, but felt like a good time to share the story.
Yeah, I just think it's bullshit that elected officials can be in the middle of a public meeting and just call a timeout.
Yeah. There was a Chehalis City Council meeting 4 or 5 years ago where they called executive session, but they left the microphone on for the live feed, so it ended up getting uploaded to the website, and they were definitely talking trash about a local businesswoman in that meeting.
Was anybody you know on the Chehalis City Council at that point?
Yes. Someone told me about it. I'm not gonna share any names though. And there's no way you could possibly guess.
No way at all. Any other news items?
No, we're gonna do a roundup at the end.
Oh yeah,
we're just gonna do a headline scan.
All right. We'll be
Hi, this
right
is
back.
Jeff and Julie from Fairway Lanes.
Jeff and I met Jasek of Summit Funding at our bowling center, so when we fell in love with this community and it was time to relocate, we knew we would be calling Summit Funding.
They understand that everyone has a unique situation when buying a home.
He had already helped 2 of our employees get into their own homes. The Summit Funding team exceeded our expectations. It was a seamless experience with great communication from his whole team.
Thank you to Summit Funding for making our buying experience special and memorable.
All right, we're back. It's time for segments. And first up is Tales from the Tanks page. What fresh hell awaits us on your opinion page?
Well, we'll just do a scan of the headlines. Letter to the editor. Treatment of ICE officers is saddening. I know, did you agree with that one, Aaron?
Yeah, and the treatment by ICE officers, gladdening.
We've got letters to that effect as well. MGP has largely shifted her focus away from Trump's authoritarianism. That's from Warren Neth. I like Warren's letters. As you know, I like letters because of the cleanliness of the copy and the clarity of the take, not because of the take itself. But that was a good one. You should read that. Jim Stafford wrote in, hospital care in Centralia appreciated. Always like his letters.
Yeah.
Letter to the editor, tell me, how has Trump made your life better?
I would be
Aaron,
interested in hearing some.
How has Trump made your life better?
Boy.
It's tax season,
really-
Aaron. It's tax season.
I'm really drawing a blank.
Letter to the editor, dedication service of Centralia School Board appreciated. That one's from Centralia Superintendent Lisa Grant.
Oh, we got a call from Sean Swope.
Oh yeah, you gonna hate on this one?
Yeah, I thought it was good.
Yeah.
I wish he would write about things like this more often instead of being like,
I wish
you know
anybody
who
would,
I
but-
hate? People different than me.
Fair enough. I said this last levy cycle when he wrote one of these columns too. Is I think if you think about it, the Sean Swope saying vote yes on this levy probably moves the needle more than anyone else saying it. As a Centralia's Lewis County Commissioner, very conservative. This is a tax issue, so I think that's a really good opinion piece. Julie McDonald, retired educators keep giving back to students and teachers, and then we got more, lots of good positive Centralia School District levy letters this week.
When is that levy running?
That is in February.
Okay.
The exact day escapes me off the top of my head. Yeah, there's some other stuff in here too. Did you know an income tax on anyone in our state would become an income tax on everyone?
I didn't.
John Braun.
Oh.
Robert-
Does John Braun think everybody has as much money as John Braun has? Is that what's
He
going
said
on here?
eventually. I mean, I kind of agree with him. That, like the state, their appetite for taxes is just bottomless. So I do not foresee a reality where they pass the bar at $1 million and then they never move it after it survives. Like it's just not going to happen. I don't know if it'll make it down to my measly income, but I won't like it if it does. It's already hit me in the zens. Squarely in the zins.
Do you think there's anybody out there that makes like $995,000 a year and they're like, "Ugh."
I don't know.
I mean,
Maybe.
it's not you or I combined.
Yeah, no, that's true. Chad had a column that got the people going. When the law becomes optional, escalation isn't an accident.
Oh boy.
He was really churned through the Lewis County satirical news cycle.
This
Chewed up.
The tone of this column felt like it was coming from somebody like, and this is not something Chad does, obviously, but like somebody justifying like spousal abuse.
I mean, that's your opinion.
That was kind of the vibe I got. And again, not that Chad would ever do anything like that.
Sure.
It was just like that sort of take, like, well, if you wouldn't have made me do it, obviously. Did you see how dirty the kitchen was? That kind of thing. And it's like, what?
Personally, I disagree with that summation of it, but I respect your ability to have it. You got to answer me this question, though. It is
Sure.
a legit question because I don't know why. Why does Chad Taylor's columns hit the nerve so hard? Like, no one else writes a column, not even McCroskey anymore, where there's just going to be a reliable WTF afterwards. Because sometimes I don't think his takes, like even this one, I don't think it's an unpopular one in Lewis County. I could see how people are, violently opposed to it, but I just don't understand.
It's because he's a publisher. Like, if Denny would have written something like that.
If, sir? If? I saw a comment like that, too, from a former Chronicle employee, actually, that was like, oh, the publisher used to be dignified and carry the... But I was in this newsroom, and I remember some columns that would not be runnable today, frankly.
I mean,
specific
Denny,
to the topic of same-sex marriage as an
that's
example.
what I was going to lean towards. But I think it's the combination of the radio show and being the face and owner of the newspaper and publishing pieces like that are fairly, they're polarizing, and they're also, I think a lot of people take them, and we both know Chad. I think he kind of enjoys this bit of it. They take them as rage baiting a little bit.
I see.
And
but they take the bait so reliably.
They do take the bait so reliably, but,
And I feel like they're in the comments, at least, which there is not much grace in the comments, as we all know. But I feel like there's like a absolute failure to acknowledge. He also allows every viewpoint that he violently opposes. He just lets them go freely. I've never once been questioned about any opinion piece.
I'm aware.
On the same page today, or the same page as his column, we had, in the absence of solutions, Republican legislators reach for outrage from the Lewis County Democrats chair.
Yeah.
I don't know. And to be clear, there's people that would grab that column, the Zach Eckstein one, and be the exact same way. Chronicle, more liberal garbage. This is ridiculous. I have a hard time understanding people's refusal to understand that an opinion is just that, and it's not an attack on you personally or your viewpoint. It's just someone else expressing theirs.
It is. I think in general, the people that complain about Chad's column, and look, I've complained about Chad's columns, but I would also happily give those complaints to Chad's face. And I think he understands.
You could also write a counter column, and we would run it, and he would love it.
Yeah, I think people, by and large, the people that complain about this would just expect, or maybe not expect, but appreciate I don't know, just
unifying
being above.
tone?
No, just like being above it.
I see.
Just like just stay, like we know where you stand. Just like stay out of it. Like
I still really don't understand it, but I'm glad we have a very rich discourse unfolding.
I think they see it as creating maybe like a veil of bias in some of the news coverage.
That's and
which,
that
like
me too.
obviously, like I work here and I know you and I know how biased you are and about what things, and so I can adjust my reading to those biases that you personally inject into every story at Chad's will. But no,
I always get a kick out of that sentiment, though. There's always like a tinge of, man, the editor's just being held hostage over there, and it's really not like that. He'll send me a piece and be like, "What do you think? Run it or don't. I don't care." That's the tone I get every time.
Yeah, it is. And I know because I've been there that what Chad says and thinks doesn't affect how the news is operated. But obviously not everybody has worked at this newspaper for 20 years like some of us.
I like
me, not you.
They can take the coverage in, though. I mean, I think that they can see that we're spending a lot of money to make sure we get in the concerns of progressives and liberals and go at our own what I'm saying. We know when we do things like go up to the Capitol and cover a protest that no one else is covering, put the photos online, that we will be lampooned. Like, we know that, but we think it's the right thing to do because we do the same thing for conservatives when they're out there. Throughout the whole pandemic, we were there almost every time to make sure their protest is covered. Because
you mean the plandemic when you're up there?
Thank you for correcting me. Anyways,
I had a thought and I've forgotten it now. It probably didn't matter.
I'm sure it was a very good and positive thought.
It always is.
Anyways, that's the long and short.
Yeah, that's kind of what's going on in your
stuff.
precious opinion page. New segment, History Should Repeat Itself. You just had something pulled up?
I mean, I did until I closed it, but I'll get it back up. It was a little crime from 1956.
Oh, it was some kid stole a tractor?
That's it. Here, I got it.
Hell yeah.
I got it. Let's just get down here to 1946. Or 1956, I'm sorry. January 17th, it was a Tuesday in 1976. A pair of runaway Chehalis boys had been caught by the Lewis County Sheriff's Office and admitted to stealing a $1,000 tractor for a joyride the previous Saturday, the Chronicle reported. Sheriff Earl Hilton said the tractor was the property of Dennis Hamilton and that Hamilton had seen the youngsters driving it on a rural road but did not realize it was his tractor. The boys took the machine from the barn on the farm, leaving it near Napavine where they pointed it out to officers. One boy remains in custody while the other has been released to his home, the officers said.
I bet the kid that got released to his home got his ass kicked.
Let's see, other crime. Let's go to 1946, post-World War II, if I can get you in the right mind space. Centralia Police assisted the FBI in a National Motor Vehicle Theft Act of 1919 violation case when they arrested Ignatius Mandala.
That's a hell of a name.
Hell of a name. 22-year-old California resident another California resident. A direct line to today's crime.
Absolutely.
After initially arresting 3 Camas youths caught in a car they claimed Mandala let them borrow. The national... well, there's a lot more in here. I don't know how far I want to go into this. It's a long one.
Yeah, I wish we had more Ignatiuses around. Ignatii?
I mean, 1946, how much do you think a 6-bedroom, 2-story home with a library, large living room, dining room, and more on a large lot, very finely landscaped, 3 blocks from downtown Centralia? How much do you think that was listed for?
$2,000?
$15,000. I mean, it's
okay.
1946.
All right.
I think he plugs one of these into the
I
end
know,
of
he did.
everyone.
I like that, too.
So we'll play another one. 1932 Ford Coach with a V8 engine listed for sale in the classifieds.
$200.
This is 1936.
$200.
Well, you're not too far off. $415.
Okay, all right.
One more.
Okay, all right.
This will be 1956. 2-bedroom home with a small barn and a nice stream through the place on 5 acres of land near Centralia, listed in the classifieds for...
what was the first one? What year was the first one?
The first one was 46.
$20,000.
It's $4,500. A 3-bedroom duplex on M Street was listed for rent for $32.50 a month.
Oh, that sounds awesome.
I know, that'd be awesome.
Imagine like coming up 50 cents short on your rent and getting thrown out.
Gosh, yeah, it just grows exponentially from there.
Yeah. All right. So if you had purchased that sick house for $450, what would you put on the roof? Back in those days, probably straw?
In 1956, I would have gone roofless for 3 years and waited for the roof doctor to be founded in 1959 as a family operation.
You'd have been the first roof by their first operation.
I wonder where their first roof is. It's probably still like functioning, I would assume.
I'm sure the roof. Yeah, they guarantee every roof as being a 75-year roof.
I'd like the buyer of whatever home that is to find like the old receipt and just be like, I have a guarantee.
One new roof, please. Sir, you paid $15 for this.
Promise is a promise.
The roof doctor wonders, is your roof under the weather? And they await your house call. Give them a call at 360-736-0246 or visit them online, theroofdoctor.com. They've always got a free estimate for you and great service to boot. All right, People's Champion of the Week. I do not have one. The intern didn't get this segment so well.
We'll just find one in real time here. I'll throw out what I see as I see it. Andy Caldwell talked about flock safety cameras at the legislature.
Okay.
Probably not Hero of the Week. Jim Walsh.
So
Jim
anybody
Walsh,
that does
can
something...
I interest you in some Jim Walsh?
Sir, you cannot. What did he get up to?
He's got a couple bills. One of them's like a counter to the one that's trying to change the initiative process in order to... Thank you. Change the initiative process. He wants to change the law writing process to match, basically. It's a trolling legislation, I think. I fear.
When was the last time he had like a notable bill?
I don't know, and I don't want to say that to make it sound like it's been longer than should be. I just literally don't know. Okay, let's go with in honor of the Thurston Chronicle, which is approaching 2,000 likes on Facebook, doing very well in the traffic. We'll go with Tumwater City Council honors Firefighter of the Year. That's Andrew Weinstein. This was Tuesday night. Owen Sexton ran up there. We're kind of covering Tumwater now. I don't know if you heard that or not.
Okay.
Doing Tumwater and Tumwater sports and news now for Chronicle. Just absorb that. Fire Department Battalion Chief James Oberg talked about him and said, as the battalion chief on A shift, I challenge each of our members to be 1% better each day. Andrew's been a great example of that for our crew. He's someone I can lean on and provide as a living example to folks who maybe need a visual aid.
My hero of the week, man accused of assaulting Centralia police officer.
Oh, come on.
I'm just kidding.
Yeah,
he shouldn't have done that. And you know what?
He shouldn't have done that.
Based on the picture, Caleb Gallar. Yeah, he definitely should have done that. He was in a Clallam County jail. All right.
Yeah, he had to take care of these charges before he could get into some sort of like drug court type thing. I can't remember exactly what it was.
Oh, DXL Men's Outlet celebrates expansion. Congratulations.
Yeah, I'm a big man.
And every man shopping there is also celebrating an expansion.
That's the clothes for hefty men, correct?
For bigger fella, husky boys. Husky fellas.
Did we already do Sirens Banger of the Week?
No, we've got several on here.
Okay,
if you've got
good.
one, just keep it close because we're
Okay.
getting there.
I didn't know. It's one of those, there's always a fine line between Science Banger of the Week and People's Champion of the Week. And hallucinating man accused of eluding police on I-5 is that one of our crime ones?
No.
Okay, so hallucinating man accused of eluding police on I-5 in Lewis County. He called the cops to tell him that the cartel was chasing him. And then he ran from the cops at approximately 110 miles per hour when they showed up to process him, to help him get away from the cartel. Turned out he had just been doing a lot of drugs.
Well, these things happen.
Yeah.
Who among us?
Yeah, I can't imagine.
All right, we have 3 Sirens Banger of the Week entries, 2 of them provided by the intern.
Wait, before we go, I did run this by Farmer. The hallucinating man could be a begonia situation. You don't know. He could have been being chased by the cartel the whole time.
Well, does he make your Suicide Squad of...
No. Not for
the
hallucinating?
hallucinating
No.
man?
I don't see a spot for him on the squad, to be honest with you.
All right, Sirens Banger of the Week. A case of internet fraud was reported after a resident tried to buy a dog online and no dog was sent. The resident specifically paid $900 for it to be shipped to Washington.
Who's doing these things?
Who orders a dog online?
You just go outside and find a perfectly good dog.
Yeah.
Shelter's packed with them.
Attempted theft of alcohol reported on North Tower after a resident was unsuccessful in stealing alcohol from a business. The storekeeper saw her and took it. The resident then left and attempted to steal alcohol from another store across the street before she was apprehended.
Relentless.
And then arrest made after $20,000 worth of marijuana stolen from Grays Harbor County business. Where were you the morning of January 11th? Typical pothead, 5 days late celebrating your favorite holiday.
Man. Is that your notes or the intern's?
That one was mine.
Okay. I was going to say, that's a little too biting.
I don't think he would have put a January 6th joke in there.
See, I didn't get the joke. You're a little infatuated with that peaceful gathering.
Shameless Outfitters. What's Kelly up to?
Yeah, let's see here. If your seedlings don't usually make it, Aaron, and I know you've got yourself a little garden back there.
Are you trying to get
This
a little too
one's
personal here?
for you. Join us at Shameless Outfitters for Seed Starting and Propagation Basics, a hands-on class led by the Master Gardener Foundation of Lewis County. Learn how to start seeds the right way and keep them thriving long after they sprout. This is January 24th at 10 a.m. at Shameless Outfitters. Pre-registration is encouraged just to make sure there's enough materials and space. You can call 360-740-1212 or email Julie Pirtle, julie.pirtle, Pirtle, at lewiscountywa.gov to sign up for that and go.
All right, great. They've also got their winter savings sale.
Oh, yeah. Look at this.
Check out their new... Oh, they got a new clearance counter in there.
They're selling dog goggles.
Oh, do you got goggles for your dog?
I don't, no. No guns in here, though. I don't see any guns. Maybe I spoke too soon. Let's just keep flipping.
I bet there's a gun in there.
Their guns are always at a great price anyway. So.
You can get a single bulk fire log for $1.19, or you can buy a gun and shoot down a tree yourself.
It's not bad.
Yeah.
All in
infrared
stock
reflectors?
men's, women's, and kids thermals, 25% off. Also, all in stock Dickies, 30% off.
All right. 250-watt R40 infrared reflector lights. We should hang some red lights in here.
Yeah, we should.
So just so when we're podcasting, turn the red light on so people know we mean business.
Yeah. Anyways, that's it. And then, just usual, Shameless Outfitters has one of the most lit social media presences, I feel.
Oh, yeah.
Always
Always up to
interviews
something.
with staffers, lots sale always going, always some sort of seminar going on. Just great. We bring this up every year, and one of these times we're going to actually have to go. But by popular demand, the Shameless Outfitters has brought back the Love Shack and Q-Pig. That's Cupid and Pig combined. For Valentine's Day, you can grab your sweetheart, your bestie, your kiddos, even your pets, and come take a free, fun Valentine photo in our Love Shack. We've been talking about a Love Shack for a long time, Aaron.
Yeah, we have. Let's get over there.
In different terms. Friday, February 13th from 4 to 7. Saturday, February 14th from 2 to 5. You can go to Shameless Outfitters and get your picture taken with this delightful pig character. I just have questions. I'll just have to ask Kelly next time I see. Where do you get a Q-Pig outfit?
A Q-Pig outfit?
Yeah, look, it's a pig. It's a Valentine's Day pig.
Yeah, people are... Sir, there's communities available online that maybe you're not privy to.
I guess you would be understanding of this. I'm sure you do think pig when Valentine's Day comes up.
God.
Don't let her listen to it.
That's harsh.
Yeah, that was a little too much. I went too far. Q-Pig, our People's Champion of the Week.
Facebook comments of the week. I've got a listener submission.
Oh, good. Oh,
based
great.
on, it looks like some sort of protest going on. This commenter says, "Oh, look, the bleep in Olympia are having another bleep-ass protest. Shocker." And then somebody replies to the first commenter who is wearing a Los Angeles Angels hat. "Clean the cheese whiz out from under your bleep, bleep, skid mark. Angles suck." He spelled angels wrong.
There's no way I'm going into any of those comments. There's just been too much protesting lately for me to care what anyone thinks about it. I'm not going in there.
The fact that he wrote angels suck at the end and spelled angels wrong leads me to believe that otherwise he wouldn't have commented on this at all, except he's like, "Oh, an Angels fan, that's what offends me."
I don't know. I'm sure there was some horrible, horrible stuff down in those comments.
I've also been informed that perhaps the second commenter was recently charged with a crime.
Oh.
Won't get any.
They make the cron line?
I think so.
Oh, well, that's good.
Yeah. Anyway, what's in the next edition? What's our news roundup for?
I've
shit
pretty
we
much
missed?
looked at everything here, and I think we're pretty much good. New owner of Hip and Humble Salon. Celebrate with ribbon cutting with the Centralia Shales Chamber.
Cool. Where Hip and Humble? That's Centralia, right?
Yeah, it's right downtown Centralia.
Cool.
Thurston County Sheriff speaks on SWAT operation after County Commissioner posts video. Literally, just Emily Klaus saw a police presence, did a video, and Sanders was like, "This is not a nice thing." It was kind of insinuated that maybe it was a nice thing, is my reading of it. Mm-hmm. And we talked about this one, but we didn't note Actually, we did note. Never mind. I was going to bring Canine Hector back up again, but we've done
It's
that.
our first item.
Yeah, we're good. We're good.
All right.
This is first chapter ever. Anyways, 100+ Women Who Care event. That's where you show up. You got to be a woman. You pay $100, and then you get to select between 3 nonprofits, which ones get the money. I remember when this came up last time, we talked about doing this for the bros and having 3 local things of bro interest come and try to get our money. For the Women Who Care event, it's the Lewis County Autism Coalition, Hope Alliance of Lewis County, and the Hope Housing Collaborative of Lewis County. Last year, Onalaska Farm Sanctuary won and then split the money with the other 2 finalists. A real class move.
Wow. When you said 100+ women, I thought you were bringing up your hall pass list. Women over the age of 100. Do you see what I mean there?
Couples celebrate 65 years of marriage in Centralia. This one was great. I always love the anniversary. I got your joke. I'm not ignoring it. I'm moving on. Celebrates 65 years. The funniest thing for this one for me was Centralia Point Assisted Living sent us over a description and a photo, and then in a follow-up email, it was like, the couple would like it to be made clear that their children were born before their wedding date. I was like, 65 years ago? Like, you're worried that the other people at Centralia Point are going to give you a hard time? Like,
You know, I've met a few olds in my day, and yes, they would. I mean, you'd show up, and oh, I see you brought your bastard kids with you.
we did get that phone call once. Somebody... Never mind. I should leave that alone. Somebody wondering who was shacking up with who around here.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then we got a bunch of other stuff, too. We don't need to go any further into it.
All right. In closing, we're sponsored by Summit Funding, Shayless Outfitters, and The Roof Doctor. Leave a review and rating on Apple Podcast if you want, or send us an email at chroniclenewsdump@gmail.com.
Winter came hard